and welcome to Sparkle Peanuts Designs. I'm Sherry and I'm participating in Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Day of Sketches. This is the day one sketch and let's get creating. So I'm doing an 8.5 by 11 layout because that's what I mostly do, and I'm using this Doodlebug 6x6 Disney type paper pad. And the reason I picked it is because look at those tags. They were perfect for that idea of the tags down the side. I'm going to use tumbled glass distress inks in the oxides, and I'm going to use the packaging or the smushing technique. I love this technique because it gives some dimension and interest to the side without a lot of work and a lot of effort. Now, with tumbled glass or any of the other light colored oxides, you're going to need to layer it up. So you need to dry in between every layer. For this layout, I did about 3 different layers. I do have the Tim Holtz Distress Sprayer, but I find that it's not working as well. So you'll see that I'm using my e.l.f. makeup setter, which actually gives wonderful spray and just the perfect amount of water. So I'm going to continue to layer and dry in between the layers until I build up that depth. Once I've built up the depth that I want, I am also going to put some splatters on there and make sure that they're dry. Then I'm going to start layering the pattern paper. Now, when you're using a 6x6 pad, one of the things that you are going to have to do is obviously kind of Frankenstein it together in order to give you the length you need. So for me, with it being 8.5 by 11, I just had to cut off an inch and let the join in the middle. Then I'm going to take this about 1 inch strip of, I believe it's star paper, and put it down the edge. Now I'm erasing my pencil lines because I had put the tags on to measure out where I had wanted them to be so that I knew that my mixed media was going to come out from behind it. Then I'm going to take the tags and layer them up the side. Now these tags, lots of them ended up having a horizontal, vertical saying. And so they looked a little bit weird horizontally, but that's okay. The ones that look awkward horizontally will end up being covered up by the photo. So that's how I chose which tags were going to go where, was to be able to cover that up. Also, I wanted to have a good back and forth breaking up of the white tags, not having them side by side. Now, once I was done, I realized I needed more of the blue down at the bottom. So I removed that one tag and just smushed a little bit more paint in there. I mean ink, not paint. And dried it up. And then put the tag back on. Now, one of the other things I did end up having to do was paint in a little bit because I didn't quite get it smushed up there. Now, my apologies that you don't get to see the whole 8.5 by 11. I didn't realize it until I came back because I had to take a little bit of break because I hadn't printed my photo yet. And so it will end up being able to see the entire layout when I start the second part of this layout. But I did just paint on the ink and dry it. From there, now I've got my, I think it's not a true 4 by 6. I think it's a 3.5 by 5. And I put the red piece behind on the side, just like the sketch had. This is a pretty true to sketch layout. Now, to bring some of the yellow into the other side, I am going to just splatter a little bit. I want to say that's mustard seed, but it might be scattered straw. And when the paintbrush didn't do enough, I added some more water and then just use the plastics to splatter. And that's where you're going to get those nice big splatters rather than just the small you get with the paintbrush. So here we are with the second part. It is zoomed out a little bit so that you can see it better. So the picture was taken in Disneyland Paris in the Disney Village, and it was at Christmas time. And so I'm using, I believe, Simple Stories, but it could be Echo Park. I had a Christmas line that was Disney motifed, and so I'm taking some chipboard stickers from there. I'm taking some just flat stickers, trying that ornament, but I don't like how it went up and down. I really felt like we had to go with the vertical, so I grabbed this chipboard arrow and then the holly leaves. Again, I'm just going to build up in these two sections. In the end, it actually creates quite a diagonal, which I find quite nice. So we're going to put the sticker of the wreath there. I believe I am. There's a die cut that says ho, ho, ho. And you'll notice that there isn't going to be really a specific title for this page because I have a lot of words going on and I felt like a specific title would just add too much. So I have ho, ho, ho. I have the Mickey love. There's a word on the arrow. There's another word on one of the other tags. And you're going to see in a bit, I'm going to bring in some more words with a phrase sticker. Now I am throwing a little bit of foam tape underneath because the picture is also got some foam underneath it to bring it up. And so in order for the wreath to be on top of the picture, I needed just that little bit of foam behind. So next I'm grabbing these chipboard hearts and I'm going to put 3 of them on in the red, the blue, and the yellow, I believe. And anytime you use chipboard, you definitely need to use and more adhesive. And so I'm taking my Scotch tacky glue in my fine line bottle and just adding that little bit of liquid glue to make sure that they decide to stay on my page. No one likes a bunch of chipboard in the bottom of a page protector. We like it where we put it in the first place. So from there, I believe I'm going to take this, the phrase strip. And if you see, it looks weird. It goes out too far. So I'm going to cut it into 3 pieces. And then I'm going to layer those pieces down the side. And so it fits on the tag better. The other one looked weird because it didn't fit on the tag. Now I'm going to add some enamel dots. And I believe these enamel dots are going to end up being in black, in yellow, and in red. And so I'm doing 3 little groupings on either side. And as I was saying before, you can see that I'm getting a really nice diagonal just coming through the picture. So your focus really does aim right there at the photo. Now I'm going to add some more splatters because you can never have too many splatters, right? Or is that just me? Now usually I use Heidi Swap Color Shine in gold, but I do believe in this one I used tinsel. I wanted to bring out the silver look more than the gold look at that point. And last, I'm going to do my journaling in the bottom right hand side. And that is the layout. It actually was fairly quick and easy. I want to say it only took about an hour, even with all of the mixed media. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll come and watch the 30 days of sketches. I'm going to try to do most days, but probably not every. So subscribe if you want to keep, and give me a thumbs up. Thanks.